sacrifices its own guys. That's it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? Kill your own creatures. Seems like a good plan.
Alright. What's your name?
My username?
Yeah.
Fired on.
Alright. I should have guessed that.
Good start with that natural 20. Land. Mirrodin, Emissary, Grafted War Gear. Seems pretty good. I'll play it. Grafted War Gear, one of my more unusual ways to sacrifice my own guys. Take it off and get this such like death effects. Oh, and also attack for +3/+2. I like this card. Yeah, this program has tons of shortcuts. Way too many. So Luke today is playing something he's called Once You Go Black, It Keeps Coming Back, which is basically, well, at the start of this draft, I joked about looking at building a mono black ramp deck because it seemed like a thing that was possible, but I decided it would probably be terrible. But he apparently took that to heart and just basically went with the mono black ramp deck somehow, with a Cart Clan Ironworks to sacrifice his own guys. So we were fighting over a lot of the self-sacrifice cards during the draft, which is kind of a weird thing to be fighting over, but whatever. He has to move his computer. Well, alright. I guess, Luke. The shocking lead of Swamp from the mono black deck. I don't think he's playing any non-basic lands, is he? No. Nothing but swamps. Oh, got that turn 1 Disciple of Vault. 1 drops. That was actually his first overall pick of the draft. Round 1. I was pretty sure he was going into the Ravager Affinity deck, but ended up not even really close. Went into like a 3rd pick Geth Lord of the Vault at 6 mana or something like that. I'll just get this Emissary out there. I think putting some War Gear on it and just start attacking for 5 sounds pretty good. Probably don't even need to sacrifice it for the extra land. This Guardian Idol is kind of awkward, but I needed another 2-drop ramp, and it turns into a creature that can be sacked for Birthing Pod. For lots of mana, like, it's very inefficient at pretty much everything, but it does a few different things at once, so there's that. Go for the Throat, not amazing. He's got a lot of artifacts, but he has some pretty decent non-artifacts, so I'm not too broken up about it. And attacking with the 5/4 on 5/3, I'm sorry, is that right? 5/3. Attacking with the 5/3 on turn 3 seems alright. Why did you take turn? What? Okay. Whoops. Alright. Get these cockatrice kinks sorted out. So, what's the plan? Next turn, I've got potentially just Guardian Idol, go for the Throat if need be. Maybe if he plays a blocker, I can clear that out and just keep hitting for 5. And then build up to this Precursor Golem. Even at Mono Black, I don't think he's playing a lot of kill spells. At least in the main deck. He's got a Grasp of Darkness, which would kill the Golem. But that looks like it, at least for the main deck. Take 1. What could he do here? Phyrexian Obliterator? That would be pretty good. It is an Obliterator! That's okay. Go for the Throat, being timely. Yeah, Obliterator is a good guy. I don't have a lot of ways to beat it. I do have 3 kill spells in the main deck that will theoretically take care of it. Although I guess one of them is Guess Verdict, which is sacrifice a creature. So he could just, like, sack a mirror. But Dismember and Go for the Throat both hit it. I'll just run out this Guardian Idol because nothing else to do. Keep going with the Viridian Emissary plan. We were talking about playing this on Magic Online for the rules enforcement in the software, but that costs money, so who wants that, right? Unless you're Michael, who managed to take cards that aren't good in actual formats, so his deck was under like $8. So it could come to 5 mana. Called out the Forge Master. Doesn't do a lot right now. Blocks, I guess. What else is at 5? Actually, nothing specifically at 5 besides that. Interesting. Could just be Consume Spirit for 3. Or nothing. Oh, it is Forge Master. Alright. Seems decent. If he gets another artifact, he can go to a Mirror Battlesphere or a Spine of Ishsaw, both of which are pretty good. Cannot attack with the Forge Master. There we go. Okay. Okay. Forest doesn't do a lot. Is there any merit to animating Guardian Idol? No, not really, right? Just gotta play this Precursor Golem. He could block, which loses his chance to find something awesome. So I assume he won't, which puts him to 5. With a bunch of golems on the way. Sounds fine to me. Let's just get in there. Oh, he makes the trade. I'm actually surprised. I'll fetch a Swamp here. I need triple black for... where'd it go? It's around here somewhere. Massacre Worm. There he is. Look at that friendly smile. Disciple says I lose a life. Main 2, play this land. Play this Precursor Golem. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And say go. So now instead of playing an artifact and then fetching a Mirror Battlesphere, he could potentially play a 6-drop. Thopter Assembly is a 5/5. Composite Golem is a 4/4. Grasp of Darkness. Oh, he had it. Oh man, that makes me sad. And I can't sacrifice it, and that doesn't matter anyway. Alright, I'll take 3 from Disciple. Well, that hurts the plan a little bit. As a last resort, I could put the War Gear on this Guardian Idol, but when it stops being a creature, it gets sacrificed because this does not just stop working when it's not a creature. So that's not the first plan. He's attacking with both his guys though, so I can at least get in there for 2. Mere Retriever can get back that Kodatha Forge Master. Okay, that's pretty good, I guess. Huh. Do I want to give him back a Forge Master? That doesn't sound amazing. Well, I mean, I can't not attack ever, right? And so he's going to get it back one or the other. So do I have mana to do all of these things? I have 2 for activate Guardian Idol, 2 to play Perilous Mirror, and then if I need to use Phyrexia's Core for some reason, I have an extra 1 for that. And that's all without playing this forest. So that sounds like a plan, I guess. What did I just do? Okay. Attack for 2. So he gets Forge Master to hand. See if he announces this trigger. No triggers? Alright. I'll give it to him if he brings it up. Perilous Mirror. Let's boots it up just so it can block, I guess. No reason not to. There it is. Alright. So this mirror now can trade with the Forge Master if it uses its burn trigger. Not the best use for it, but not much else to do. Man, like a Massacre Worm would be amazing right now. So good. What's it gonna be? Forge Master. Alright. And pass turn. Something good. Phyrexian Rager. It draws a card at least. That's a thing. I'll keep up. No reason to attack with this idol. I'll just tap that. And draw. Who's alive? Swamp. Swamp, you say? Alright, I guess. Tapping mana like this let me play Skin Render or the Run if I got them. Or pretty much anything that doesn't cost 6. But it was not to be. So I'll attack, he can block if he wants to, he can leave his friends behind. Because his friends don't block, but they'll take 4 from this Perilous Mirror. That's how that song goes, right? If I were him, I would probably not block and instead try to get a Mere Battlesphere into play. Maybe it's in his hand already. Maybe that's why he's not doing this. I will definitely shoot that Forge Master. It does not get 1/1 counters on it. It is dead. Dead. Alright, stuff happens. Take 1 from this dude. Rude. No reason not to. Boots. He's a 5/4 now. 5/4 for real this time. Oh, yeah. I guess his guy's an artifact too. Whatever. Man, this disciple is just wrecking me here. He can just hardcast a Mere Battlesphere if he wants to. Could be a thing. Oh, just a Sword of Light and Shadow. No big deal. Brings back Forge Master another time. Or does he just get Obliterator here? That might be better. No blocks, good sir. Why did you take a damage? That's not how gaining life works. Okay. Why did he not attack with the mirror? Blocker, probably, I guess. Yep, there's Obliterator. This is getting mighty tricky. Guess verdict. Does that do anything? It kills a mirror. And then it goes to 12. It goes to 7. He can't actually kill me this turn, but then he has an obliterator. I think that's what I have to do, though. Doesn't seem to be any other point doing other things. Freaking Disciple of the Vault, man. Alright. Pay 2. 2-2 this guy. Oh, hey, he's never stopped being a 2-2. That's how that works. Swing for 7. Should I have blocked with Guardian Idol? That might have been a thing. Let's see, that would have kept me at 4. What else? He doesn't get his Forge Master back. I'm not Exile, what are you doing? I would take 1 from Idle Dying, but then I could sack it to a Phyrexian Core to get that back to stay at 4. Where here, if I go to 1 this turn, then I can't actually use Phyrexian Core without dying first, because I'll be at 1 die to Disciple. I don't really mind sacking lands to this guy, like, I've got enough lands. If he feels like trading. He can also just give it Pro Black and 7/7 post combat though. Oh, no attacks? No attacks? So that's fantastic, right? Gives me a shot at something. Why would he not attack there? I guess if I draw Dismember, I just win? No, I don't even, because he still gains 3 life, so he's not even in kill range of my 7 power creatures. Well, regardless, Swamp is not the answer. So he has Invincible Blocker, obviously, no point attacking. That Pro Black. Why aren't you an Artifact Correction Rager? You look like an artifact. So, I guess it's just... What else could I do? Just theoretically. Could animate Guardian Idol, equip Wargear to it, sack the Rager, attack for 5. He has to trade something. But then I lose Idol at end of turn when it stops being a creature, and then I have Grafted Wargear and nothing. And I'm at 5. So that sounds kind of terrible. What's the alternative, though? Right now, if he leaves... If he leaves the sword on the Disciple, then I have to block that with the Idol. Or I can. I don't technically have to, I guess. Seems in my best interest, probably. And then sack the Idol to gain a life. Trade off Rager and Obliterator, sack 5 lands. And then I have also nothing except a Guardian Idol. So it's kind of the same either way. Attack with Idol. He has to block. If he blocks with Disciple, then he just wins, right? Straight out. Yeah, okay. I guess I just have to pass then. What you got now? Man, all this is happening because he had his one kill spell against my precursor golems. Oh, just literally kill you. Okay. What's X equal to? 5? X is 5. Well, I'm gonna sack this guy and take 1 and then go to 0. Alright, I guess technically two kill spells. That was a kill spell that you could have used if you drew it. Regardless. Alright, that was not bad. That was a good game. Okay, sideboards. Emissary of Despair seems amazing. He is pretty low on flyers. Pro artifacts, I don't think it's that relevant though. Most of his artifacts aren't creatures actually, so this doesn't need to block them or attack through them. Is it worth it to slow myself down that much to do this kind of stuff? I don't think so. I think I don't want to bother playing 3 mana, 1 power guys. I think I'd rather be more aggressive. Mimic might actually be a thing that could happen. I think I'm also okay with Artifact Kill Spell. That seems alright. Praetor's Grasp is interesting. I'm of course playing black, and conveniently so is he, so I could kind of get anything I wanted. But is there anything that's that amazing that's worth spending the mana on? I mean, there's some pretty good stuff. Shieldred, Obliterator, if I can get quad black. Just Grasp of Darkness. Mere Battlesphere. I don't know if I would know what I want, though. Yeah, I don't think I can really spend the time in the game on it. Alright, what's coming out? Massacre Worm seems good. Mirrodin Shaman is amazing. Really, most of this stuff is pretty decent. Maybe not Guess Verdict because he has a lot of small guys to just throw away. And maybe not Morag Replica. Then is Mimic Vet better than something like Phyrexian Rager or a ramp card, Guardian Idol? Maybe. Part of the problem, of course, I need to keep creatures in at all mana costs for Birthing Pod. So I'll try to keep it 1-to-1, so like there's a 3-drop and for a 3-drop. Non-creature for a non-creature. I mean, I haven't like optimized this, I don't know what the math is, but let's try Mimic Vet instead of Guardian Idol, just for fun. And see what happens like that. Alright, I'm back ready to go whenever Luke is. This is such a sweet card, Glissa. So much good stuff there. Especially in this block, just spend a kill spell, get a guy back. I thought about playing something like, this hand's fine. Not incredible, but fine.
Alright, I'm done eating.
Have you been listening to me this whole time?
Yeah. I'm spectating too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, earlier, why didn't you attack first with your guy before using a Guess Verdict to try and bait out the block? Okay. I'll keep myself muted for now.
Them turn 1 Vault Scourges. Alright. Well, I've got a 3/3 on turn 3. Maybe Mimic Vat, maybe Skin Render if I can get a black. Get some golems, hope he doesn't have his small number of kill spells. See if he got any good sideboard against me. I didn't actually look too closely. Sanguinate, Cage Sun. Despise, probably not. I don't know why he's not playing Lightning Greaves main deck. Like, card seems pretty good. He also took Geth, Lord of the Vault, 2nd or 3rd round, and then played his sideboard. So a little surprised at that. No second turn plays, alright. Okay, good, there's the swamp. So that is a Skin Render, if we should choose to use it. And that also puts us on track for Precursor Golem. If I wanted to, I could play Mimic Vat first, and then kill something and put it in the vat with the Skin Render. Is that worth doing to a Vault Scourge? Doop. What even is this thing? An imp? Pretty scary looking. Sword of Light and Shadow. All right. What do about that? Emissary of Despair, that's a card. So he's not getting a ton of value off the sword right now. He's getting lifelink for 3, which is actually 6. Which, okay, that's kind of value. At least he's not getting creature cards back, so it could be worse, right? I think it's probably best to just kill this Scourge, though, and try to keep him off of attacking with the sword for that much life. And if I can get this Emissary going, I'm actually on a pretty good aggro plan with a pair of 3/3s, and this guy is theoretically like a 5/1 flyer, or something like that, depends what he has. I got this card really late too, like around the 20s, 30s maybe, out of 42 picks in the draft. I was pretty surprised with 2 other black decks. Of course, if he has an Obliterator, we're just pretty much screwed. Oh, good, just Cart Clan Ironworks that he built his deck around. That's fine, though. There's not a lot to throw at it at the moment. Can sack itself to go to, I guess, 7 mana next turn if he plays a land and feels in the mood for 7 mana. Draw a card, what are you doing? Okay. On the plus side, that is not a creature which will be attacking us with a sword on it, so I like that. Okay, attack for 6. You know what would be pretty cool is getting a Birthing Pod in this Birthing Pod deck. Could do some things with that. So I feel like playing 9 power is more aggro than playing like 2+ power, right? So let's just do that. Even if it's not flying. I'll just have infinite 3/3s. Just like nothing but 3/3s all over the board. And you guys are golems, right? No, it's a construct. It's a zombie. That's alien, I'm pretty sure. You know you want to sack that sword to make some mana. That is definitely the best use of a sword. Why don't these golems have power and toughness? That is confusing. Whatever. We know what they are, right? No! Why? Stop doing that. Like, this is Singleton. You have 29 cards in your deck. There was a 3/4 chance that you did not have that card in hand. Seems a little lucky. If you hear whining, that's just our cat freaking out for no apparent reason. Which is fine. I promise. Don't investigate. Ho! Massacre Worm. And the mana to play it. And no guys on your side. So that's a real thing, I guess. Luckily, I have this Mimic Bat and something else to do. And we'll just keep going with the 3/3 beats plan. Beats by the 3s. Dr. Threes? Dr. Thrays? I don't know, something like that. Swamp and Save Despair. Whoop. Feeling pretty good here. He still has that cart clan, so he can just, like, play something ridiculous. Alright, here's what's gonna happen. Sacrifice sword to make mana. Play Mere Battlesphere, make 4 1/1s. And then I can Massacre Worm them all to death. And kill him with Massacre Worm. No, he sacked him to the KCI. Oh, this isn't working out. Guess we'll have to go with the backup plan of attack with 3/3s. And this honorary 3/3. What could he have? He could have Consume Spirit to gain some life and kill a guy. He could have said Mere Battlesphere, which blocks, but actually does not block Emissary. And would have a lot of dudes. Oh, I can Massacre that! Us! I just apparently really want to feed things to the Massacre Worm. I think that's what's going on here. Oh, I can't Massacre it if he puts a sword on it. Massacre Worm be a better one-sided board wipe. Come on. I can't technically Massacre that, but I don't think I need to. Doesn't Emissary just win here? So he can sack artifacts for... Okay, he can sack it to not take Emissary damage, I guess, if he feels so inclined. Set card to itself, okay, sure. It's not a creature, so I can't vat it. Oh, and then equip sword with that mana. Seems alright. Still Massacre Worm should do that pretty well, though. Although if he starts getting guys back with his sword... I think it should work out, though. Sylvok Explorer does nothing. So Massacre brings Forge Master to a 1/3, which has to block. Oh, I can just put things in the vat to keep him from getting them back if I don't want him to. I can make a Forge Master token and then like sack things and fetch. Never mind, I don't have as good of closer artifacts as he does. Regardless, let's Massacre some things. Alright, guess he's fixing the powers. Which Disciple was already a 1/1 because he didn't change it, but that's fine. That should do it, because Emissary is 4 by itself, unblockable, and then if he blocks anything, Massacre Worm massacres him. And by anything, I mean if he blocks with Forge Master, but if he doesn't block with Forge Master, then that is also game, so I don't think he has any outs. Block, block. Alright, GG. Even it up, going to game 3. So, Mimic seemed alright there. Didn't do anything, but it could have done things. If I didn't have the infinite 3-3 draw and just beat down with 3-3s. But really, I think that's what I want to do in this matchup, is just beat down with some 3-3s. And get him on the ropes before he can start like actually using his Forge Masters and stuff like that. So I don't think anybody else helps that plan. 6 mana 3-3s, that's good, right? No, that's not for this matchup. Like, this kills his artifact, but really, it's really slow. I don't think anything is better than that. Worse than that? Whatever. I don't think it's better than anything. We'll just keep it like this. For Swamp Forest, Glyph's Scorn, 3-drop, kill spell, seems like a thing. Oh, and a Sword of Body and Mind. Why not? Yeah, everything in this deck costs 3, if you hadn't noticed. What you doing with that mana? Disciple of the Vault again? Alright, this seems improbable. He even top decked it, he didn't play it last turn. Oh good, a 3-drop. Yup. That's cool though. We got things to do. I'm liking it. Ideally, he plays 3-drop artifacts, we blow it up. I can untap into 3-drop 3-3, put a sword on it, do some things. It might not only be 3-3s this time though. I don't know if I can live with that. Obviously dismember this disciple, right? Can't live with that. Let's put some paint on. Are you an artifact? Oh, you're an artifact. You're an amazingly killable artifact. Let's do that. Bam. Alright. Good times. Okay, I like a land here. Means I can play that Dismember without paying life. And more importantly, it's actually just mana. I mean, who plays Dismember without paying life, right? That's what it's for. That's like literally what it's for. Don't be foolish. Mirror Retriever. Okay, sure. Card is better than I thought it would be. Like, I was gonna take it. I didn't want to take it as early as Luke took it, but it's decent. Solemn Simulacrum. I think probably do that, fetch a land, and then next turn I can place sword and equip it, if that seems relevant. Let's see, if he gets back his mirror here, he says wait. Upkeep Kill Cathodion, so I can't use the mana. Did I take damage from Disciple? I think that was a while ago. That happened, right? Puts Disciple into play. Yeah, attacks with Disciple. I mean, I'll cut some slack on triggers, but that was 2 turns ago. It's a little late, I think. Okay, back to the game. So next turn, if I do Solemn, I can play an equipped sword. Oh, also I was trying to figure out, does Mirror Retriever and Sword of Light and Shadow make like an infinite recursion loop? Basically, effectively. Do I want to let him start doing that? That sounds terrible. So if I attack now, he blocks with Mirror, gets back the sword, plays a land. attacks with the Disciple, but this has to connect, so I can just block with the Solemn, and that will stop him from getting back his mirror, which would get him back his sword after I kill it again with the Mirrodin Shaman, is what I'm getting at with this. So I think the answer is still attack, and then play Solemn, and then next turn probably not actually play sword, but rather play Mirrodin Shaman. Expected. Get his sword back. Is there any merit to having a Mimic Vat here? I don't think so. Although putting a Solemn in a Mimic Vat is pretty decent. But no, I need a blocker for that sword. I'll get a Swamp Pear again for the Massacre Worm. Reasons to have forests are Glissa is double green, Thrun is double green, and needs more green to regenerate. But I can at least play them with 2 forests, so I'd rather have the trip black. If he spends his whole turn equipping sword here, I'm okay with that. Just block with Solemn, draw a card, Mirrodin Shaman, next turn blow up the sword. Retriever is still dead, so it should be gone for good. Or he could play Kuldotha the Forge Master, I guess. That's the thing. And end turn. Okay. Ho! Glissa the Traitor. With a Dismember in hand. Although no artifacts in the graveyard. That's interesting. Sword does give protection from Glissa, so that's a thing. I really want to save this Shaman for the sword. This Forge Master isn't doing a lot right now. It might just be Mimic Vat, pass, and then Dismember if he tries to equip sword to something, and then put that guy in the vat. Which might just be Disciple, which is kind of awkward because, like, what am I going to do with a Disciple in a Mimic Vat? I could also just play Sword of Body and Mind and equip to Cathodion and attack away. What are the downsides of that? If he plays Sword and equips, I can still block with Solemn. Let's try that. with the mill, this is theoretically a 3-turn clock, if it can get through. And makes more blockers, because why not? That sort of light and shadow does not give protection from. Just gets the chump block. I'm completely fine with this. Taking a point. Alright. Remembered. Dark Steel Mirror. What? It's a sideboard card. Apparently, he wanted blockers. Hilariously, I could dismember that, if that seems like a thing that's good. What even? Yeah, that stops anything with a sword pretty well. It's not an Emissary of Despair. With this sixth land I just got, I can do 2 things in 1 turn, which is kind of exciting. Mirrodin Shaman still saving for that sword. Glissa doesn't really do anything, honestly. And I was just saying how great she is, but like, what you gonna do right now? Attack. Really, Glissa with a sword is pretty much fantastic, because they can't block and they can't not block. But there's also Darksteel Mirror. Really setting up for Glissa with the sword might be the best. So something like Glissa and Mimic that, and then don't attack because why? Or do attack and make him take 2 from the Solemn? That's better than not attacking, right? If I have Glissa back to block. And then potentially next turn dismember the Darksteel Mirror and just start bashing away. Let's try that. Mimic that just in case something unusual happens during combat. Swing out. Block, of course. Take 2. Alright. Oh no, pro black. I wasn't thinking of that. I've made a terrible mistake. Man, I was just talking about this like 2 turns ago. This could be a problem. Like, I literally said that. That's on recording. He has protection from Glissa. Good at this game. It's alright, that 2 damage will be the margin of victory. Just you watch. Completely worth it. If he does not, if he gets back Forge Master instead of Retriever here, he's actually in better shape. It's better for me, because I can then still blow up his sword, and he can't get it back again. Ah, stupid though. Just don't attack, and this whole situation is avoided. Of course, that 2 damage margin of victory is negated by him gaining 3 life, but yes, he got Forge Master. Alright, I think that's good. I think that may have saved the situation. Alright, Viridian Emissary does pretty much nothing. So this is still Viridian Shaman, blow up your sword, and dismember your Darksteel Mirror. Is that what's going on here? And then attack for, like, a lot? Like, math is hard, 10? 2 plus 3 plus 5. And then he's got a Disciple, and, well, I'm taking 2 from the artifacts dying, sure. He goes to 10, he mills 10, I get a Wolf, I get a Viridian Shaman. I get to put Darksteel Mirror in the Mimic Vat for some reason. Let's do that. When it dies, I can get an artifact back, but I don't have any, so, oh well. Doop, 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 doop. I think this is the first time in my life I've dismembered a 0-1. I'm pretty sure I can say that accurately. Okay, I can safely attack now, right? Because I'm gonna blow up that sword. So, take 10. What do we got? Krark Clan Ironworks, Mere Battlesphere, Shieldred. Alright, good stuff. Let's go main 2, Viridian Shaman. your sword. Oh no, I didn't put the mirror in the mimic vat. How could I forget such a thing? Take one from Disciple and Sego. So this is looking good. What could he have? He could have Consume Spirit for 5, put him to 15, and kill the guy. I think Battlesphere is his only mass token maker. Let's see, if he got back Mirror Retriever instead of Forge Master, would that have been any better? I don't know, it might not have mattered, it might have been too slow. What you got? He's not literally dead right now. He can block Cathodion with Disciple, take 9. Plus whatever he can play right now, which I know he has the Forge Master, and that leaves 2 more mana for if there's anything there. Forge Master would start holding off my 2/2s pretty well, so he could at least buy some time. 7 mana. Mere Battlesphere? No, I milled that. What else is 7? Shieldred? That milled that. Consume Spirit for 5. Spine of Ishsaw? That costs 7. Alright. What's it gonna be? Sword of Body and Mind. Can't do much about that. I can get it back with Glissa, if such thing should be relevant. Okay, interesting. So you're through 3 now. I take 1 for the sword. Alright, what do we got? He can block 3. He does need to block, right? Yeah, I have 12 on board. So if he blocks 3, Disciple dies, he takes 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did that math correctly? He's at 1. Tapped out Forge Master and 1 card in hand. Alright. Let's see what happens. I mean, he's only got 1 play, right? Block it through 3. Yeah. Okay. He didn't put the Disciple in the vat. Whatever. I don't think that will be the turning point here. Put this on a dude, because why not? Alright. Game. Luke was having some trouble with Hangouts earlier, so we'll see if we can get him into a call here.
Good game.
Is that you, Jonah?
Yeah.
Oh, hey. Thanks. I'm trying to get Luke in here. I lost his email address. Invite people. Alright. Even got the call set up. Now if Luke can show up here.
Alright.
So yeah, on that question, that might have made sense to try to get him to block with the mirror and then sack the disciple. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That. I guess that would
Because I
make
feel
sense. Do you think
Yeah,
he would
because I
have?
feel like you took like way too much damage from the disciple. You took like half your health, half
I know.
your
I took
health.
I took so much damage from disciple.
Yeah, because if you attack first, see if he blocks. If he blocks, then you get to he sacks the disciple. If he doesn't, then it's the same thing.
Luke, why are you upside down? Obligatory Australia joke.
I don't think his mic is working. We can't hear you.
Say something. No, say something that works. Your shirt just got more orange. That's sort of an improvement, I guess. No audio, though.
Man, I want to play.
Yeah.
Watching you guys play makes me want to play.
Luke, if you hit the gear at the top right, you can switch your microphone. I don't know if that would do anything.
Yeah, that might do something. Can we play like a mock game or?
I mean, if you want to. Yeah. No reason not to.
Sweet.
I'd be up for it.
All right, sweet. Okay. Do you want to invite me?
Did you have anything else? But yeah, have anything else to say about that game? Any comments or suggestions?
No, not really. It was pretty clean.
Except for my terrible attacking with Solemn instead of, or when he was going to get protection from Glissa.
Oh yeah.
I felt like that was pretty bad, especially since I had talked myself through it like 2 turns ago.
Oh yeah, I heard that. I heard that.
Otherwise, though, yeah, I thought it was pretty good. I don't remember anything else major.
Yeah, there wasn't any misplays at all. Yeah. I guess I should have been making a list. I might have seen something over the course of the 3 games.
Yeah, it's all good. Just Disciple game 1, Infinite 3-3s game 2.
Yeah.
And then just pressure and remove. Actually, mostly removal was what did it game 3. Well, sorry you can't join the conversation, Luke.
All right. I made the game.
Okay, I'm gonna hang up this call and then I'll be right back to stream the next game because why not?
Oh, you don't want to be in the same call while we're playing?
Oh, that's fine. I was just going to have a different recording though. So.
Oh, okay. All right.